G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son, our playthrough Fortress Europa full campaign from Compass Games. We're about to go on with turn 17, the first week in October. So as per usual, we've done the turn record and we're up to the weather. So let's just bring it over here so we can go for a first quick look. Yeah, the Americans are getting a bit spread out up here. We lost a reduced armoured division up there last turn. Old Georgie Patton is playing silly buggers up around Arnhem, so hopefully he can start a bit of a breakthrough up towards that way. Down here, the Germans also put in another little bit of a counter-attack, which didn't work. But they just ended up with basically a one-step loss and a retreat back to where they were. So they were relatively happy with that as well. So let's see where we go from here. October. So we want a 1 through 3. That's what we want. And it's a 1, and we get clear weather. Yay! Oh, thank God for that. Okie dokie. So we go into our air allocation phase. Let's come over here. I'll set up the Allies, and then the Germans for October have 4 aircraft again. Can only use a maximum of 3. Okay. Righto, so what do we want to do this time? So I don't think I'll worry about pausing it this time. So the Brits again are going to put 2 onto their, 1 on their sights, because I don't think the Germans are going to attack anywhere near there. No, they're only going to do ground support, German replacements, or ground support. So again, we'll put the 2 American SAC on German replacements. And this one I think we'll put back on bridge attack again. And we will put 1 on counter air. And the rest again up here. Like that. Righto, now let's roll a die for the Germans. So a 1, 2 will get 1, and a 3, 4 will get 2, and a 5, 6 will get 3. And they get a 4, so they're going to get 2 this time. And let's see where they're going to go. The first one is 1, which is ground support. So it's going to go up to there. And t'other is 6, which is a German ground support, which goes into there, so that one is wiped. Okay. Done. So we'll grab our bridge again. And I think, again, what I'm going to do is simply stick him down here, just to annoy the Germans. Get rid of this bit of paper. Again. Get rid of this stuff. And then we go into the replacement phase. So the Brits get their replacements fully and the Americans get their replacements fully. So let's have a look-see. And at the moment we have 49 supply capacity. Okay, so the Americans for October get 3. So again, they'll take 1 tanky and 2 infantry, and the Brits again get 2 and 1, so they'll take 1 and a 1, like that. Now, upper this away, old Georgie Porgy Puddin' and Pie had a bit of trouble, and he needs to reconstitute that unit and reconstitute that unit. So that's 2 armour straight up. So that one goes under there, and that one goes under George Patton. Right, now further over this away, I think all these are pretty damn fine. Ah, that's right, we had an infantry here. Now we can't do him because he's adjacent, and all these ones are fine, and these ones are fine. So, at the moment, for the Americans, we've used 2 armour, which brings them back to 4. Now what I'm going to do now is we had the 7th Armoured Division that was smashed. So I'm going to bring it back, and that costs 3 armour. 1, 2, 3, like that. Right, now we have 5 infantry, and I haven't had to worry about too many infantry at the moment. So what I want to do is bring back some of these infantry that we can. So the 84th here, I'm just going to leave it at the moment, but I'm going to spend for the 99th is 1, and the 78th is 2, and the 75th is 3, like that. And that takes them down to 2 infantry and 1 tank. Now the Brits, I'm just going to do the 79th Armoured here. And I'll go back under these little fellas. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, yeah. Okay. Like that. Everything else is fine. Yep, so that was 1 tanky for them, which leaves them with 7 tank and 12 infantry. But again, the Brits haven't done a great deal since they cleared up the west coast, so that's understandable. Now the Americans pick up 3 replacements this time. They pick up the 100th Armoured Division, the 29th Infantry Regiment, and the reduced 84th Regiment. So they're all going over to England, and that is that. They're just staying in England. Right. So that's that. We just need to do the partisans again. And we get the partisans again, and I'm going to place them back again here in Belfort. Like that. Which brings us up to our first move impulse. Okay. So what do we want to do? Let's look down this away first. So we're going to move these Frenchies around. So this guy can go 6. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going to go too far. 5, 6. In there with those. This guy's going to go... He can only move 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's okay. This guy will go 3. 1, 2, 3. This guy will stay with him. And we'll get a tanky and We'll take the tanky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll leave the third there just as a blocking force sort of thing. And Delataire will move next turn. So we can bring on 6 units all told. And what I want to do is I'm going to bring on 3 British units. That's the 52nd glider, 51st Infantry and the 49th Infantry. They're all just going to come on as normal troops, and they're going to come on up at Ostend. So that's 3, which takes our capacity back down to 46. And then I'm also going to bring on 3 American infantry divisions, and they are going to come on where? What do I want to do with them? No, I don't want to bring those on at the moment. I'm going to bring on 3 of the armoured cav regiments again, and they're going to come on in Caen. Like that. No, they're not. They're going to come on at the Mulberry down south. Like that. So what we're going to do then is we're going to move them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. This little piggy went to market here, and Patch's troops will move into here. So we have them surrounded like that. Oakley dokley. So that's everything down here done. Now if we look up here to the Calais pocket, we need to take this little fella out. So he's in there for 10, and we currently have 7 and 6 is 13, and I'm going to pull him out. He's just going to come back 1. So we have 13 there. 1, 2 is 19. 20 is 2 to 1 straight up, like that. Simpson here stays in San Quentin, and these 4 little fellas here can go 1, 2, 3, 4 into there to have a look at Brussels. Get rid of that. This little fella here will go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 to there. In fact, they didn't need to go that far. They'd only go to there. That can go away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to there, like that. And this little piggy will stay here, and we're just blocking this off. In fact, he should have come back to little. Okay, now these 3 Brits can move 4. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And I think I'll leave Dempsey at the moment. In fact, 1, 2, 4. Let's just put them back there for a moment. We've got there 6, 12, 13, and we've got 14, sorry, 8, 9 is 18 there, yeah. So we're just going to bring that fella over there, along with that fella over there. These ones will go 1, 2, 3, 4 with Dempsey, like that. So everything I want to move there is done. Everything I want to move there is done. The only thing to do here is to move these 2 units forward. And that's that. To retake Arnhem, or do I push them straight out? I can't afford to attack anything at the moment. We need to get these ones going and then we can all diddly bop along. Right. And then we look down here. So these 2 units here will go 1, 2. And they're in the mountains, and they're in the rough, and they've got 1 to 1 there at the moment. And like I said, we haven't taken out any Volstrom units yet, so we can't do anything there. I'll work out this one later before we go. Oh, and that one was a 2 to 1. 2 to 1 at the moment, because we haven't added anything special in yet. Okay, so that's into there. That's good. In here, fortress, we have 10. And I've got 15 here. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3 into there. And we've been through there, so that is destroyed. And when we move out of those other ones, I can mark them as destroyed as well. So we've got 15 to 10 at the moment. That'll give us 22 to 10, which is 2 to 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, all this way. Okay, so we're going to have at least a 2 to 1 there. I'll work that out later as well. And then it all depends on what we want to do with Monty and these 2 here. And I think what we might actually do is pull them back to Metz, because I've got nothing coming through at the moment. If I leave them there, they'll be fine. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. I could pull this bloke back to here, in fact, as a blocking force as well, or to here. He's not really going to achieve much going this way. He may try and get through up to this way, or I could start moving those French forces down, but they're not going to make it anywhere. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3 there, like that, because these guys really don't want to jump the river all that much. Okay, so I think that is our movement phase. We've brought 6 on. I marked off 3 of them, and I need to mark off another 3. I think I'm down to, oh no, I did 3, 6. Yeah, so we're down to 43 again. Right, and we go into the first combat. So I'll set them up, all of them, and then we can come back and again watch the fur fly. Won't be long. Rightio. So we have 5 combats. Let's start down here. Yeah, most of them are not much bloody good, let's be honest. Okie dokie. So this one is basically 1-to-1 with the troops. We put 2 tac air in and the Germans put 1 tac air in. So it's down to a 2-to-1. I suppose if I pull this back a bit. 2-to-1. For a 2 is attacker retreats. Okay, so this bloke will simply come back to here. And that goes away. They go away. They must come back here with patch. And they must go back down there, like that. So attacker retreats, 1 or 2 hexes. There we go. Done. Let's get rid of that aircraft. Okay. Then we have these 2 over here. We'll do the southern one first. It's just the 3-to-1 into here using 1 tac air. 3-to-1 for a 4 is a DR, which means nothing because he's in a fortress, so nothing happens. Right. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. And then we have the 1-to-1 with the Canadians into here. 1-to-1 for a 1. AE. Attacker eliminated. Wow. I didn't think it'd be quite that bad. Okay, well, we lost our Canadians. Bugger. It's Dieppe all over again. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I was hoping that just to sort of, yeah, well, I suppose, hang on. 1-to-1 for a 1 is an A2. What am I doing? A2. So we take 2 losses. Oh, sorry, I had it on the 1-to-5, 1-to-6. So they both do that. And then we retreat 1 or 2 hexes. And we will retreat back into here, which will at least give us double. And we put our destroy marker on there now. And while I think about it, we put our destroyed marker on there as well. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't think it was that bad. Jeez. Whoa. Righto, 2 other attacks to come in. So we've got Brussels here at a 4-to-1. And that's because we've got 3 air on there. There's a 1-to-1 before that. Okay, 4-to-1 for a 3 is a DR. And they are in a city, not a fortress, and they cannot retreat anywhere, so they are destroyed. And Brussels has been liberated. And we get rid of the air. And we couldn't have done any of this without the air cover, that's for sure. And then we have the 2-to-1 into Calais itself. For a 5. 2-to-1 for a 5 is a DR. He's in a fort. He doesn't have to go anywhere. So that's good for them. So those come off. I'll get rid of these units. And then we can play silly buggers Okay, so the 331st is there. Selmouth will come back next turn. So he'll come back on the October 2, so I'm just going to put him there. We have the 165th training. Goes there, and the 19th Luftwaffe. Right. So that's all of our combats, and we move into the second move, impulse. So again, I think we're going to come into here. It'll be a 1-to-1, but I'm happy with that. And we go like that. Just so I don't forget. And I can't beef up with naval because I don't have enough to make any appreciable difference. And these guys will go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they're all okay. Now this guy here can go 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy can go 2. And he can stay there. And he can go 3. A 1, 2, 3. And he can go 3 as well. He may as well just stay there. And he can go 1, 2 into there as well, like that. Ripper. Okie dokie. Now let's have a look up here again. Paris has been taken. Right, so this here remains as a 2-to-1 as is. So we'll just continue to play there. I can't get any more worthwhile really in there. So we have a 2-to-1 there. Simpson will move up 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. These 3 here will go 1 into here. And we have taken Brussels. Yay! Like that. Okay, let's take those off for the moment. This one can go 1, 2, just so they don't play silly buggers again with me. And this one and this one can go 1, 2 as well to there. Right, now Rotterdam is going to be a tough nut to crack. 6. It's a fortress but a city, so he doesn't get doubled. 6. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There. And I can get, yeah, that's fine. I can tack across there. 18, 30. I can do this, hopefully, maybe. 1, 2, and 1. Because they're already doubled. They're not going to get doubled again, because you can only be doubled once. So that 16, we have 31. And you put that in there. 33 makes us a 2-to-1. Again, we can't bump it up any further than that. But That gives us that. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to push one of these little fellas out by himself, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3 over to there, and Georgie Porgy's going to move up to here. These are both full units now, so they should be fairly fine, and we're holding Arnhem and we're starting to sweep around. Again, that's fine. These guys here will just stay there. And we'll just put Claire up with them like that. So they're just holding a pocket in the Ardennes. Okay, now here we've still got these guys and we've got these guys. So we've got 13 still, and 9 is 22, 26 to 10. So it's still a 2 to 1. I can't pull anything else in. So we have 2 to 1, and we'll just bring Monty back. 1, 2, 3, 4 into Metz. Like that. I don't want to try and move this fella up and around into there. It's just asking too much. So I think that's it. So we can go into the second combat impulse, and we may as well start down here again with our 1 to 1, which is not great. We know that, but we're just trying to wear him down at the moment. For a 6, 1 to 1 is a DR. Now, he is just in a city, so he can't go anywhere, so they are gone. But Sonderson becomes vice, and we'll be back next turn again as well. Where do we go? So they're going to get another leader back, but these 3 units are defunct, which is the 148th training, the 272nd Division, which was a 19 unit reduced to start with, and the 338th Garrison, or Coastal, as you like to call it. Right, so we've freed Marseille, but we haven't taken Marseille yet, so we need to do that next turn. I'm happy enough with that. Righto, let's come over here near Saarbrücken. Pull that back a bit, in fact. So again, 2 to 1. For a 5 is a DR. Again, nothing happens. They're in a fortress, they don't have to retreat. Okay, and then we've got these 2 up here. We'll do Calais first. 2 to 1. For a 5. DR. Doesn't have to do anything. And we've got 2 to 1 into Rotterdam. Ooh, for a 1 is an A1. Okay. What did I do with my point things? Now these are all 6s. Okay. We'll do the 51st. And that is an A1, so we go back 1 or 2 hexes. So again, we'll just come back to here and to here, like that. Right. all in all, not bad, not bad. We made some headroads there. We've got our first two victory areas we need. And if we can start to race around Germany there before they get too flashed, we've only got four of these to take. But again, we'll just have to see how it all goes. Right. So we go into the rail control phase. And at the moment, yes, we still have the rail control here. This rail control effectively comes back to here now, with rail control here. What else we got? We have rail control here. And we know we've got rail control there. And we have rail control there. Like that. So, yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. I am. Right. Which leaves us with our supply phase now. Okay, this guy is within 5 of Patton, so he is good, and these two are as well. And they can still trace back to a port, so everything is hunky-dory. The Brits are the same here. These are all under Simpson, so they're all good. These are all under Bradley and are good and can still trace back. The Canadians are under their leader and again can trace back easily. All of these are also under both Creer and Montgomery. Same with this little fella down here. And we also have all of these under Patch, with Marseille cleared but not taken. And all the French are good. So that leaves us with the end of the Allied part of the turn, and we're into the German part, which we will get to in a little bit. So we're butting up against the wall. Like I said, it's not going to be easy, and that's why I wanted to try and get a breakthrough, which I can have follow-through forces hold, stop these ones coming across, sort of thing, and then just spread out behind them. I need to get over here to Bremen and take out Bremen. That'll give me a port over there, which will be very, very, very handy, because then I can trace supplies straight back up to it. So that's what George needs to do, unless the Germans come up with something spectacular. So again, thanks for watching. Apologise for any mistakes, but we're finally getting some movement. Not a great deal, but some. So take care, be good, and I'll catch you in a little while for the German turn. Bye now. Rightio, so we're back for the German part of turn 17? Yes, first turn in October. So we have the German replacement phase. So again, we had the two SAC aircraft in there. So the Germans do not get a any replacements. So they have 2 infantry and 1 armour that they can actually use at the moment. But they do pick up 3 infantry divisions, 2 4-3 units and 1 3-3 unit. So, of course, the Germans can read a map as well as Georgie, Porgy, Puddin' and Pie can. So their 3 units are going to go straight into Bremen. Just like that. Okay, so replacement-wise, 2 infantry and a tanky. Bum, bum. So we have one infantry here that we will use. And he's all bolstered up. Bum, 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 bum. And I don't think we have anything else. Everything else is relatively good to go. So one infantry, which leaves them one of each. Okay, so we go into the first move impulse. So, in all honesty, our little man down here, he's rooted, but he's got nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go, so he's just going to sit there. He may as well. Again, up the Calais way, nothing's going to happen there. And the only thing we can do here, if we want, is move this bloke out of Amsterdam to give an extra 3 in here in the city. Because let's be honest, once Rotterdam's gone, Amsterdam is going to be difficult to take, but they're doubled up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm actually going to convert this guy, and he's going to go his 1, 2, 3 into here, like that, and try and hold Rotterdam a little bit longer. Right, what to do here? Do we hold Liège or do we move back to the wall? If they get attacked, they're doubled up, except they're all mainly armour that don't get doubled. They get doubled and halved in a city, so that's not going to help them at all. So we need to pull these troops back, I think, again. So this little fella, this little piggy's going to go 1, 2, 3. This little piggy's going to go 1, 2. And this little piggy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into that fortress there. I need to start building across. So do I need to start pulling out of the west wall is what it comes down to, the northern part. I'm going to go around the other side and have a look-see. I've gone to the other side. Okay. So if we start to move across to Dortmund and across to Hanover and start to fill Castle and stuff like that. But the trouble is, what do we got here? We've got these two will go 1, 2 into Dortmund. This little piggy will go 1, 2, 3. This little piggy will go 1, 2, 3. He's just moved into there. This unit here will go 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. He's just moved into there. They're not going anywhere. Unless we come in on here. 3, 6, 7 is 14. So I can bring 4 into there. 5, 6, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do this. Let's see if we can take some of these Canadians out. So we're going to go 1, 2. 1. He stays there. 1. So that gives me 14. To 14 is 1 to 1. It's not great, I know. I don't think I can, rather than, well, can't really do anything there, can't do any more there, can't do anything with that. He can't go anywhere. At least he doesn't have to attack, which is good. What can I pull out of here? 1, 2, 3. Do, do, do. 3, 4, 5. Oh, we'll come back 1 there. 1, 2, 3. And we will come back 1 there. Come back 1 there. And 1 there. No, Paris can stay there. Tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into there. Not going anywhere, not going anywhere. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3 as far as he can go. 1, 2, 3 is as far as he can go. Okay, so we're starting to come back from the wall, but yeah. Righto, so that's the first move impulse, and we go into the first combat impulse. We're not attacking out of here at all. We're not attacking anywhere other than here, and that's 1 to 1, right to there. One to 1 for a 4 is an E2. Okay, so we'll reduce this guy, we'll reduce this guy. The attacker loses 2 steps, the defender takes 1 step loss. So he'll lose the second. The attacker retreats, surviving defenders 1 hex. They can't go there, so they've got to go there. So it's either there or there. So we'll put them there like that. Okay, so that's another Canadian unit gone. Dieppe. Righto. So that was their combat. So moving into their second movement phase, we're going to bring we're going to bring the 406th headquarters back to there. He's got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, heading towards Castle. These two can go 1, 2, to other side of river. 1, 2, 3, because it's armoured, and 1, 1, 2, 3, because he's armoured. Now these guys have got 4 is 8. We've got 2, 4, 10. It's another 1-to-1. Well, we can get him up. 1, 2. No, don't want to do that. 1, 2. 1, 1. So what do we say? We've got 4 is 8. That gives me 8, 10, 12. I need 16. Only going to get 15. And he'll go, need to stay, no, need to stay where he is. Okay, what else can we do here? Not a bloody great deal. 1, 2, 3, no. 1, 2, 3, no. No, no. Do we want to? Can we afford to? Let's bring him into the mountains there. I think that's about it. I don't see what you can do much else. So again, we have combat, and we just have the one combat, which is basically a 1-to-1 here. For a 6, 1-to-1 for a 6. Defender retreats. Okay, and it's a retreat him 2. Yeah. So they've got to go back this away, and we'll push them back that away, like that. Done. Which brings us to the rail. So all our rail's good here. We know that's still defunct. That's still defunct. Defunct, defunct, defunct. And defunct. So, no, that's that. Supply. Well, everybody on the west wall is fine. These guys are within 5 of Mount Teufel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys are okay. These guys here are all within von Rundstadt, so they're all good as well. That's fine. They're fine. And our little man over here sitting in a city, which leaves us to the end of turn segment. So this one comes off. This one comes off. That one comes off. And the German one as well comes off like that. And that's the end of turn 17. So the Germans have effectively, with the help of the Allies, destroyed the Canadian forces. So we'll pull them out and get them off the bloody board before they get killed. We still do have the armoured unit here, which can join up with the Brits and still hold their hands, and the same with the leader, which is great. But we need to get that reduced infantry division out of there. They're just taking losses for no good at all. And this is sneaky of the Germans, and being able to put those 3 lots of troops over in Bremen really helped. Over there, sorry, up at the top of the map there. So that'll slow George down a little bit until he can filter some more units through there. The Brits are still working on here at Rotterdam. And once they can get that done, then they can just waltz at the moment straight into Amsterdam. But again, that's holding up a whole corps. So that's actually not too bad. In fact, it's virtually holding up 2 corps as such. Just about. So that's good. It looks like Bradley might need a few more troops to help him around Calais. But we have all of these troops down here now around Marseille. We can't use Marseille as a port until the turn after it's taken, but we'll pick up some of this at least. So again, I'll probably diddly bop these around and out next turn. I can push again troops out of here back to Africa, and I can push most of these troops again back out to Africa as well, and just sort of leave 1 unit there to follow up later, and that'll free up a lot of forces to come in and hopefully help to push out the rest of the Germans. I don't want to walk these all the way up. That'll just take forever. It takes a turn to put them into Africa, a turn to put them over into Europe, and then a 3rd turn to bring them back, whereas the most they could move is, what, 4, 5, 6 each turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can't even do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 4. And that's if the weather's good the whole way up. So, which it's unlikely to be. But by the same token, I may not be able to get them out. I may need to start walking some of them up simply because I don't have any clear weather to bring any other bugger back in. So I've got forces that I can bring on, but if I can't move them from England or anything, then I'm pretty well stuffed. So that's that. The end of the turn. And when we come back, it will be the 2nd turn in October, turn 18. So I hope, again, that you're enjoying. Again, any apologies for any stuff-ups, which means, yes, sorry for screwing up. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.